This is a 2017 Dodge Journey with a 2.4 liter dual overhead cam engine. Now, as you can see under my topology, I have fault codes in several different modules. Now, there's no TCM module on this screen because, as you know, some of the newer cars, the PCM took over the TCM duties, okay? Some may call that a NGC module, next generation controller. It pulls double duty. So we're going to look inside the PCM. Now, let's go to DTC, see what we got. Okay, air temp sensor circuit high. Somebody might have left that unplugged. Transmission range sensor rationality. All right, ladies. Well, now we're getting somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Another code, park neutral switch performance. Now, we are on to something as far as electronics, fault codes, okay? These two fault codes here alone could potentially signal the same failed part. Now, that range sensor also acts as a park neutral switch, okay? And as you can see, the range sensor, transmission range sensor rationality. This is the sensor that delivers the controller the temperature of the fluid, okay? If it's not doing its job well, you will have fault codes like that. All right. The transmission shifting erratic when cold. Now here's the range sensor I was talking about earlier. Okay, like I say, it likely pulled double duty. Deliver the controller the temperature of the fluid, and also tell the controller what position the gear shifter lever is in. Okay, so this is the transmission range sensor. Now it's semi-difficult to replace this. As you know, it's attached to the valve body, which means the valve body has to be removed. Okay, in order to remove the valve body, you're gonna have to drop the transmission pan, so make sure you have some trans fluid available. And we're gonna have to take these linkage off and these connectors down here. All of this have to come off, and the valve body drops out of the pan. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna run through this real quickly, y'all. So it's fairly easy, but some people want to see it, so I'll run through it real quickly. Let's get it. Remove the shifter cable off of the transmission shift lever. Unscrew the bolt holding the shifter lever off of the valve body. Remove the shift lever off of the car. Unplug all electrical connectors. Remove the transmission pan. Remove the transmission filter. Take note of the O-ring. Remove all the bolts securing the valve body to the transmission. Here we go. I have the valve body sitting here on the table. Here's my new transmission range sensor. So the goal is to get this replaced. We got to get this off of the valve body. As you can see, it's held on here by T25 torque screw. Alright, so we got to remove that. We're going to remove this sensor right here first. Just simply unplug this, but be aware of how the wires are routed. Okay, because it's going in under this, so be mindful of that and simply lift this up. So just simply unplug it from here and be mindful of the wiring, how it is routed and how it is going. So simply pick up on the connector, get it out of the way, and you should be able to just simply lift this up after you remove the screw. All right, let's get with it. Now it's time to lift up on the transmission range sensor. The only problem you're going to run into is crossing over this O-ring seal, okay? You might want to lube it up a little bit so it'll make it easier for the range sensor to go above it, all right? And there you have it, the old transmission range sensor. Okay, so like I say, just put a little lube around here, the grease transmission fluid. That should make the installation process extremely easy. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. All you have to do is reverse the removal procedure to go back in with it. I just want to touch on a few things real quick. Be mindful of how these accumulators are routed and set. One of them have 2 springs in it, this one right here, and one of them have 1 spring in it. Just be mindful of how it go back together when you installing it. All right, I have to wrap this video up, so like I say, just reverse the removal process and you should be home scot-free. Be mindful of replacing the filter and installing ATF plus 4. Okay, make sure you go in with the correct fluid. If you have a scan tool that will allow you to do quick learn, go ahead and quick learn it. And last but not least, go and test drive it. Okay, that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Tag short, guys. You want to know what really pisses mechanic off the most? Okay, especially when he's trying to make some quick money, trying to do a little quick side job or whatever y'all like to call it. Yes, I'm at home in my garage getting ready to do some brakes on this. And guys, even though I played everything out in my head, I got the pads, the rotors and everything for this side. I played everything out in my head what I'm gonna need as far as tools go, because I don't have a lot of tools at home. Lo and behold, guess what I forget? Y'all see this? This is a this is Durango, guys. This caliper hold down bolts is like a 14mm Allen. Oh my goodness, how in the hell? How did I forget that? I don't know. I try to play everything out of my head. I'm thinking this caliper bolts is 13, 16, yes. And the caliper itself is like 13. Boy, was I wrong. Now, I could run up to AutoZone real quick, but I don't have a car. This is the only car I have right now. The missus is gone. I'm screwed until tomorrow. Oh, hashtag short. Hashtag short, guys. What is going on here? My man got the whole front facial off for this. This look like a 1500. I don't know what he doing this. You don't really have to take it off to do an engine, do you guys? Now he's fairly new, so you don't criticize somebody for doing a little extra work in order to make something easy on them. I always say that, guys. If whatever makes it easy for you, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about everybody on the internet talking about, you don't have to take that off. You don't have to. If he felt the need to take this off to make removing this engine easier, go for it. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just speculating, but he got the valve covers off. He don't have the heads off, so I don't know if it was making noise. I don't know what he's doing. That's a good question, but I'm gonna find out, because why would one take the whole front fascia off? Any of you mechanics out there can answer that. Why would you feel the need to take this off in order to do what? Okay, in other words, speculate what he's about to do, because I don't know, but I'm gonna find out Monday. All right, that's all I got. Hashtag short.